Innocent Miracle here. Welcome to Chess with Dutch. Today we're going to continue our series on how to play chess, and today we're going to talk about how to annotate and record our chess games. So, without further ado, let's get started. So in our first video, I talked us about the chessboard. I taught us about the chessboard. That's lettered A to H on the horizontal, A to H on the horizontal, and 1 to 8 on the vertical. 1 to 8. All right. So I also talked to us briefly about the chess coordinates. So today we're going to talk about how to record our chess games / how we can also annotate them. All right. So the knights, the rooks, the queens, the bishops, and the kings all have a letter to represent them on the chessboard. The rooks are represented by by letter R, the knights by letter N, the bishops by letter B, the queens by letter Q, the kings by letter K. The pawns, however, do not the pawns however are not the pawns however are not represented by any letter. There is no symbol. They're only represented by the square that they occupy on the chessboard. Now, looking at this square, I move this pawn forward. This movement is called pawn e4. That is written as e4 because the pawn is on the e file on the 4th rank, so it's written as e4. And so the same thing if I move this one. This is pawn to e5. That's because it's on the e file and on the 5th rank. Yeah, so that's how it's written. But when I move this knight, now this knight is written as knight to what? Knight to f3 or knight f3. Now the pawns, like we noticed, they don't have any letter attached to them. Unlike the other pieces that when you move them, you had the letter to them. So this is e4, e5, and knight f3 or nf3 as it's been annotated. Okay, let's make some other move. This is knight to c6 or knight nc6 because it is on the c file and on the 6th rank. On this, let me take that again. The knight is on the c file and on the 6th rank, so it's written as nc6. So if I move out this bishop, let's say I move this bishop here. Now this is written as bc4. bc4, that is bishop to c4. This is B represents the bishop and it's on the c file on the 4th rank. Now, like I said, this is the 1st rank in case you don't remember. This is the 2nd rank, this is the 3rd rank, this is the 4th rank. So the bishop is on the c file on the 4th rank, so it's written as bc4. So that's how you record your chess game. When you give a check, it is written as plus. Okay, let me move this and let me just give a check with this. When you give a check, it's written as plus. When you capture a piece, it's written as x. Now, let me take that again. Now, this bishop took this pawn here at f. So you say bishop takes f7. Now it takes with a check. So how you write this is bx f7 because it's on the f file. It's on the f file and it is taken with a check. The bishop is taken with a check, so it's written as bfx7. Now this is not a standard move you make in any chess games. Just to illustrate the point. And also when you give a check and it's mate, it's written as hash. If the king, however, does not know where to move from here, or doesn't have any available square and cannot capture the checking piece, it's going to be a checkmate, and it's going to be written as bxf7 hash. That's checkmate. But this, however, is not a checkmate. All right. So that's that for that, and there are some other special moves we'll come across, like when you see have a question mark. When you have two question marks, it's usually referred to as a blunder. When you make when you make a blunder, it's represented by question marks. Now, usually we use engines to analyze our chess games. When we're done with the series, I'm going to explain to us how to set up, how to be able to analyze our chess games with engines and all of this. So, to recap all we've said so far, we said the rooks, the kings, the queens, the bishops, and the knights, they have they're represented by letters when you want to record your chess games. That is the rooks are represented by letters R, the bishops by B, the knights by N, kings by K, and queens by Q. And when you give a check, it is written as plus. When you give a checkmate, when you have checkmate, it's annotated by hash. And also, when you maybe perhaps reading a chess magazine or a book and you see three three dots, and then a move, it shows you that it's black to move. Else, in every normal game, like we know, the first move is always by the white piece. The person to make the first move always is by the white piece, and each player takes turns in making their moves. So, but when you say three dots and any move, you know it's black to move. So that's for that. If there is any other thing and you like me to cover, and perhaps I missed in the video, please drop it in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer. So this is all for this video, and I hope to see you in subsequent videos. See you. Check.